How much of your day is spent fighting things you never chose? You wake up, check your phone, and instantly a wave of noise hits your mind. Global crises, fluctuating markets, unpredictable weather, and the endless opinions of people you barely know. Instinctively, your brain tries to fix it all. It analyzes, worries, predicts, and prepares for every single worst-case scenario. It runs endless mental simulations, hoping that foresight will somehow grant you control. Meet Mark. Like millions of us, Mark lived under the quiet assumption that if he just stressed enough, he could master the outcome. If he rehearsed arguments in his head, he could prevent conflict. If he checked the news every 10 minutes, he could stay safe. But reality doesn't yield to anxiety. The rain fell on his plans anyway. Traffic delayed his meetings regardless of his frustration. And people acted according to their own minds, not his expectations. By trying to hold on to everything, Mark was holding on to nothing. He was running a race with no finish line, exhausted, drained, and perpetually on edge. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. It is an ancient survival mechanism wired deep into our biology. Thousands of years ago, controlling our immediate environment kept us safe from physical danger. But today, our primitive brains try to apply that same need for control to an infinitely complex world. We mistake anxiety for meaningful action. We subconsciously believe that as long as we stress about a problem, we are somehow dealing with it. But stress is not a strategy. Worrying about tomorrow doesn't empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It only empties today of its strength. Imagine standing in a storm, trying to catch every single falling leaf with your bare hands. It sounds absurd, yet that is exactly what we do emotionally, every single day. We waste our finite life force raging at delays, obsessing over past mistakes, and wishing reality were different. The friction in our lives rarely comes from the events themselves. It comes from our desperate, exhausting resistance to what already is. In Japanese culture, there is a phrase born from centuries of living alongside typhoons, earthquakes, and profound historical shifts. Shikata Ga Nai. It translates roughly to, "It cannot be helped," or "There is no other way." To a modern culture obsessed with relentless output and absolute control, this phrase can easily be misunderstood. It sounds like defeatism. It sounds like giving up, throwing your hands in the air, and submitting to bad luck. But that is a profound misunderstanding. Rigidity snaps under pressure, while flexibility endures. Ancient Japanese wisdom recognized that fighting against the unstoppable forces of nature is not bravery, it is futility. Shikata Ga Nai is not passive surrender. It is active acceptance. It is the calm, grounded acknowledgement of objective truth. It means looking at the storm and saying, "I cannot stop the rain. Pretending I can will only burn my energy. So, what do I do with the reality right in front of me?" When Mark began applying this mindset, something fundamental shifted inside his mind.
Consider a moment that used to ruin his entire week. Imagine Mark arriving at the airport only to find his flight canceled due to severe weather. In the past, Mark would rage at the counter, obsessively refresh his phone, and let frustration poison his chest for hours. But this time, he paused. He looked at the storm outside, took a slow breath, and remembered. Shikata Ga Nai. The storm was already here. No amount of anger could clear the sky or bring back the airplane. By releasing his resistance to the canceled flight, the anger instantly evaporated. He didn't waste power fighting the unchangeable. Instead, he calmly booked a hotel, opened a book he had been meaning to read, and enjoyed a quiet evening. Think of your mental energy as a battery. Every time you rage against traffic, hold grudges, or obsess over things outside your power, you leak power. By accepting what you cannot change, you seal those leaks. You instantly recover a massive reservoir of clarity, focus, and peace. You reclaim the strength that was always yours. To master Shikata Ga Nai in your daily life, follow 3 simple steps whenever anxiety strikes. First, identify. Pause and ask yourself, can I directly change this outcome right now with my own hands? If the answer is yes, take action. Second, release. If the answer is no, speak the words quietly to yourself. Shikata Ga Nai. Acknowledge that the present moment cannot be different than it currently is. Stop demanding reality to bend to your preferences. Third, redirect. Turn 100% of your remaining energy toward your immediate next step.
You cannot control the weather, but you can put on a coat. You cannot control another person's mood or actions, but you can control your own dignity and response. Peace isn't found in a world where nothing goes wrong. Peace is found in a mind that no longer demands reality to be anything other than what it is. Stop fighting the tide. Let go of what you cannot hold, and pour your strength into building what is right in front of you. Transformation doesn't happen by listening to a philosophy once. It happens when you choose to practice it in the ordinary, messy moments of your daily life. Take a moment right now to reflect. Where in your life are you holding on to something that you simply cannot control? Is it a past mistake you keep replaying? Someone else's opinion of you? Or an uncertain future that hasn't arrived? Whatever it is, acknowledge it, name it, and let it go. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which area of your life needs Shikata Ga Nai today? Reading your stories creates a space where we all realize we are not alone in this struggle. If this reflection brought you a sense of clarity and stillness, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. By joining this community, you help us build a quiet sanctuary for stoicism and inner peace in a noisy, frantic world. Shikata Ga Nai. Accept what is, release what was, and step forward into what you can create.